the first of 7 attempts. Next up, it's a women's singles top 10 blockbuster. Will the current world champion PV Sindhu, having won the last twice against the rampant Akane Yamaguchi, have enough today to resist the white-hot form of the Japanese, Denmark and French Open queen? This is how the draw sheet looks. Loaded with quality 3 seeds and surprise semi-finalist down below in Pityaporn Chiawan, who takes on Ansei Young down below. But our attention goes to the top half semi-final. The world number 3, former world number 1, Yamaguchi, top seed here, having had 23 wins, only 3 losses this year on tour, takes on Pusarla v Sindhu, the 3rd seed, with 20 wins, only 9 losses. So an all-seeded top 10 clash then, just about to unfold on 1. Our court officials are out there and ready. The lines judges take to their seats.
Akane Yamaguchi, Japan.
Here comes Akane Yamaguchi, only 5'1", diminutive in stature, but take her lightly at your peril. What a player! World number 3 and number 3 on the World Tour Race to Bali rankings as well. She was a stalwart in the Sudirman Cup and the Yuba Cup finals as well. Twice beat Chen Yufei. And here comes Pusarla v Sindhu, the 3rd seed, tall and imposing. World number 7 at the moment, has been as high as 2 in the world back in October 2018. What a force she is in world badminton. Current and reigning world champion of 2019. Winner of the 2018 World Tour Finals event
Light.
as well.
Right for you, light for light. Service. That's all.
So Pusarla v Sindhu electing to take the far end. It's going to be Akane Yamaguchi that gets us underway with her serve. World number 3 against the world number 7, and their head-to-heads. This is their 20th chapter upcoming. PV Sindhu it is that leads 12-7 in their overall encounters. Their last match was the Olympic Games recently on the 30th of July. PV Sindhu came through in that one, as she did in the Yonex All England Open quarterfinals on Friday as well in March of this year. "24 years of age, just 3 years junior to Pusarla, is Akane Yamaguchi. And this is her route through. Pretty emphatic, dropping a game in each of her previous 2 matches, but never really in doubt. Yesterday against Pompoy Chochuwong, she had a little bit of tape applied to her ankle, which she decided the doctor should remove at the end of game 1. And it was a hard game, really, to swallow, having won only just 8 points. We were all rather concerned for her fate, but she found a way of wriggling through and living to fight another day. She's got unbelievable resource, has Akane Yamaguchi, which we've seen over the last couple of months or so, particularly all of her European success. What about the 3rd seed from India, Pusarla v Sindhu? Her route through a little bit more authoritative, taking down Katathong of Thailand, then the Spaniard Azamendi. That was her longest and toughest test, and then looking very comfortable yesterday out on 2 against Neslihan Yigit, the Turk, who'd done so well in Europe as well. Our umpire, service judge, Robertus Tommy Oscariano of Indonesia. So these players so decorated. Sindhu with a recent Semi-final showing at the French Open, quarter-finals of the Denmark Open. As I said, semi-finals at the Olympic Games, as well as the All England Open this year, and runner-up showing as well at the Swiss Open. So it's been a good return to form for the Indian. How will she go today in what is bound to be a physical, grueling encounter? Can she bring her big game to the court against this hardy, resilient Japanese who just seems tireless? Akane Yamaguchi seems to be playing this season with a newfound confidence and consistency. Good to see, because she's always had the athleticism and excitement on court to entertain in that regard. But both these players have been so watchable all week, the way they've gone about their business.
On my right, Akane Yamaguchi, Japan. And on my left, Pusarla B. Sindhu, India. Akane Yamaguchi to serve, love all, play.
Well, you just get the impression, don't you, with Akane Yamaguchi, and we've got to touch on it, that she's pretty much tireless. It's just remarkable what she's come through over the European swing, and so successfully. 2 wins over Chen Yufei and winning the Denmark and French Open as well. And she said in post-match interview recently, the challenge was a matter of endurance. It's been competition after competition. I had to maintain both my mental and physical strength, said Akane. I think I've grown and matured a lot after going through this experience. But she'll need all of her strength today as she finds the back line there.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. 3. 2. Love.
Nicely done.
3. Love. Service over. 1-3.
Although it's just the early stages, you sense that Akane Yamaguchi just seems to be able to overcome difficult moments in matches now quite easily, really. Seems to really embrace the challenge and enjoy the adversity. That's what it's all about as a seasoned pro.
Service over. 4-1.
Got to enjoy the pressure. Easy to say, but difficult to do. But this one promises to be an entertaining affair. Will it live up to its billing the way the mixed doubles semi-final did just now? Keeping the straight lines in her attacks at the moment. Yamaguchi, we saw some unbelievable angles against Pompoy Chochawang yesterday. But she's keeping the pace on the shuttle.
One.
Still yet to settle, Pusarla.
Akane Yamaguchi challenges called out.
Our second challenge in the first 8 points.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 2-6. Play. Service over. 7-2.
Well, she finished in style yesterday, didn't she? Despite being unpicked in that first game, she solved the riddle of Cho Choo-won in the end. And in fact, it was a no-nonsense deciding game
3-7.
in that 55-minute affair for Yamaguchi. Playing with a real sense of calm and authority here. She's got a 5-point cushion already over Pusarla. And when you consider as well that Akane Yamaguchi's lost the last twice, as we touched on earlier, this is good work at the start of the match from the Japanese. Good pace from Sindhu. Much
Service
needed.
Over. 4-9.
It's a head-to-head tally of 19 matches that goes all the way back to 19th of September 2013, when Yamaguchi won in the Yonex Open Japan of that year. Oh, that's brilliant. What a turnaround. Just goes to show, doesn't it? If you dig deep, you can find a way. Terrific save there from the Indian. Scrabbling away through, but they all count. Look at this. What a dig off that tumbling net shot. Plays another back, then gets this one back, and then Yamaguchi misses the sitter. That'll hurt.
Over. 10-5.
Yeah, good pace. Wonderful finish from Sindhu.
Service over. 6-10.
18-shot rally, the longest of the match so far, that one.
Thank you. Sindhu, back on board.
Yamaguchi has shown so much character all week, hasn't she? Had to retrieve the loss of the opening game to turn around and turn over 2 opponents already this week. So far, looking like she's driving this one along nicely. She
Service
heads to the
over.
mid-game interval with a 4-point
11-7
cushion, does Akane
interval.
Yamaguchi, and the top seed looking good here. 11-7 after 8 minutes of action. Akane Yamaguchi getting the upper hand in the early passages of play here in this first women's singles semi-final on show court 1. Oh, that's fantastic.
12-7.
What a high quality shot this was to secure the point. Look at this. Lovely reverse slice. Shaving around the inside of the shuttle beautifully. She makes your court feel very small, doesn't it? Her court, I say, for opponents because of her movement is just so good.
Service over.
Rare unforced error.
8-13.
Doesn't do that too often. Plays with patience and quality normally. Brilliant. Getting on the front foot quickly there, Yamaguchi. And mixing it up nicely, isn't she? She's changing the tempo a lot out here. And denying Pusarla any sort of opportunity to force her physicality onto the match early out here. Good body attack.
15-8.
Well, at the moment, it's Yamaguchi driving this opening game along with real authority, finding her spots, mixing it up, and keeping Pusarla on the back foot more often than not. Just stifling the Indians' creativity and challenging her consistency. A little too greedy with that one, though. Good, solid point from Pusarla there.
17.
Wow. The lady with a tally of 8 World Tour titles and 2 this year, really showing what she's all about. She's sparkling out here at the moment. Frugal in error, mixing up her attacks nicely. And, well, just playing consistently aggressive badminton. Champion at the Denmark Open, downing Anse Young. Young having to retire at 5-16 down in that 3rd game. And winner of the French Open as well, that Super 750 level event, same as this. Took out Sayaka Takahashi, her compatriot countrywoman, 18 and 12 to win the title there in Paris. It's all been upside lately for Yamaguchi. Oh, magical.
Service over.
From Sindhu there.
18.
Found it. Accurate straight smash from Yamaguchi as she closes in on game 1. She demonstrated such poise and precision out here so far.
Over. 11-19.
She's not been allowed to employ her power game so much today, has she? It seems the slower conditions kind of favouring the Japanese slightly at the moment. A lot of badminton to be played, of course, but heading towards the conclusion of game 1, you sense imminently. Wonderful little
game point,
tumbler there from the Japanese. So 9 game points for Akane Yamaguchi.
Service over. 12-20.
Well, despite trailing the head-to-head 7-12, Yamaguchi, in undemonstrative, characterful fashion, finds her way through game 1, taking it in some style. 17 minutes, all she needed, taking it 21 points to 13, the Japanese. A game to the good. Well, another woman who's been working her way back into form in recent weeks. Semi-final showing at the French Open, quarters at the Denmark Open, Tokyo Olympic Games semi-finalist as well, and All England Open as well. And Swiss Open runner-up is Pusarla v Sindhu, world number 7 at the moment. Has been, as I say, up to 2 in the world, but she's been denied any in here. It's been a tough watch for Indian fans.
Second game, love all. Play. Service over. 1, love. Service over. 1 all.
Well, just the one World Tour title to her name. Of course, she won the BWF World Tour Finals in 2018, where she downed Nozomi Okuhara in that final, 19 and 17, to get to gold for PV Sindhu.
3-1.
4 runner-up showings at tour level as well. Most recently at the Swiss Open, of course, but prior to that, the Indonesian Open back in 2019, where she lost out to today's opponent in that final.
Pause. 4-1.
But known as a big match player is Pusarla. Took bronze medal by beating He Bingzhou in the Tokyo Olympic Games recently. As well as silver at Rio.
Service over. 2-4.
Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it? Just reading the plays so well right now, Yamaguchi.
2.
Sindhu demonstrating a lot of patience, just playing calmly, waiting for an in, hoping perhaps that Yamaguchi gets tired. It's got to be a factor, hasn't it, with all that she's undergone over the last sort of 6 weeks or so. She just doesn't seem human. She seems robotic, doesn't she? I want to know what she eats in her meals to keep this energy quotient so high. Incredible level. Oh, that's very nicely done. That's more like it from Pusarla.
3-7.
Got a frown on her face as if to look like she's working things out tactically. She's had a lot to contend with so far in this first women's singles semi-final. Glorious from Yamaguchi, who responds well again.
8-3.
Having won 7 out of the last 9 points. Well played.
Service over. 4-8.
That's a brilliant
Service
idea,
over.
but unable to clear the net. The Indian
9-4.
there again. It's just been sort of another frustrating situation for Indian fans. Look at that, engineering the point nicely with such pace oncoming. Yeah, and that's just scoreboard pressure right there, isn't it?
4.
Gorgeous, simply stunning.
Service over. 5-10. Service over. 11-5.
In keeping with the bossy theme, it's Akane Yamaguchi, as she did in the opening game, that heads to the mid-game interval with a bit of a stranglehold over this one. 11 points to 5 in game 2. She is all over this semi-final.
Seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, Pusarla v Sindhu, who's just so personable, so easy to get along with, is right up against it here. She's trying her heart out, but just being battered at the moment by a much improved Yamaguchi. Nicely done. That's more like it.
Service over. 6-12. Service over. 13-6.
Found it. Well done.
Service over.
Nibbling away at the deficit on the scoreboard.
13. Service over. 14-7.
Just mesmerizing, isn't it? Just the precision and speed at which she's moving as well is just something else. Former world #1, of course, back in on the 19th of April 2018, the same year that PV Sindhu reached her highest ranking in the October of 2018 when she got up to 2 in the world. So former world #1 and 2 going toe-to-toe here. Yamaguchi with most of the answers right now. Nice.
Service over. 8-15. Service over. 16-8.
Well, there's been the odd flurry from Pusarla v Sindhu, but it's all been pretty singular in terms of points won in this second game anyhow. Just got all the answers as Yamaguchi, really managing her opponent Sindhu so well today with the way that she's played. There's been so few free points.
What? 18-8.
3 points away from victory. Didn't think I'd be saying that so fast.
Match point 8.
She is human.
Service over.
Though you'd barely think so with what she's been up to over the last 30 minutes or so. Quite outstanding from Yamaguchi. Akane Yamaguchi as the top seed here, safely through in the first women's singles semi-final in some style, totally orchestrating affairs out here on one. Many numbed into silence by what we just witnessed. A match that lasted only 32 minutes against the former world #2. Akane Yamaguchi was just spellbindingly good right there. 21-13, 21-9, she came through. This is how she secured victory. With a perfect leave, her radar fully on, and the run continues for Akane Yamaguchi, twice recent titleists, and she's got another title match tomorrow. Into the final she goes. Who will it be that she plays? Up next, we've got men's doubles for you. Aaron Chia and So Woo Yik of Malaysia, who took out the Olympic champions last night. They'll take on today Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi of Japan, who are back into the top 10 themselves. That's up next on One. Don't go too far. Well, welcome back. Look at that, in complete contrast, a really long opening mixed doubles semi-final on semi-final Saturday. 21-17 in the third, favouring Tang and Sei. First victory ever over Watanabe and Higashino in 7 previous attempts. Akane Yamaguchi in mesmerising mood, just playing some incredible badminton. Just half an hour needed to take out the third seed, Pusarla v Sindhu,